I'm Chef Mike, and this is ThinkChefly. In this video, I'm going to explain some of the pros and cons of attending culinary school. Alright, so let's start off on a positive note. So, clearly, you go to culinary school, you have a wide variety of topics, also a lot of textbooks to buy. So there's a lot of different cuisines you'll cover. If you just go straight into a job, all you're going to learn is that menu. So if you go to culinary school, it kind of serves as an invaluable experience to learn a ton of different cuisines. Going to culinary school is like going to any college. You're going to have a lot of the same experiences. You're going to have, living in a dorm, or maybe you get a bunch of roommates off campus, stuff like that. And of course you have your, what do they call those? Your core courses you have to take still. So you're still going to have some sort of math course in, some computer courses, accounting. You have to take like a fine art class, stuff like that. So it's not just going to be straight cooking. However, there are cooking classes, of course, and you're going to have coursework along with that, homework. Then you'll have labs, which would be basically like 4 hours, could vary by school, where you go and you cook, and there'll be like certain recipes that you'll prepare, and then you, present it to the instructor, and then they grade you based on that. So there's a lot of good experiences. It's definitely something that you should think about if you're wanting to become a chef, of course. Many culinary schools also have a internship or externship in which you go and work in like a food service operation of some kind. Maybe it's a restaurant, a hotel, catering, whatever the case may be, and they'll have some coursework that you are assigned to go along with that, papers you write, stuff like that. So you'll get a taste of it before you graduate. You may also have the opportunity to study abroad. Of course, all these experiences aren't free, so you're going to have to pay a pretty decent amount of tuition to get them. So much like any course of study you go into, you're going to have the tuition, the fees, books, and that's going to add up, and tuition keeps going up, so it's pretty expensive. Now, of course, there's several programs in place to help you pay for college, such as student loans, probably not the best option. Then you also have tuition assistance that you may get if you are working while you're in college. And of course, financial aid is available. There's a whole office in every college dedicated to it. And you can fill out forms with the government where you can get subsidized or unsubsidized student loans at low interest rates. And of course, there's scholarships that you could get from any number of sources. So there's certainly a way that you could get through college without having student loans at the end of it, or maybe not as much student loans as a lot of people have. But I definitely would recommend against 100% financing it with student loans, because then you're going to end up with some pretty crushing debt when you graduate. Now, this may date the video a bit if you're watching this years from now, but currently they're talking about doing like student loan forgiveness, and so maybe you won't have to worry as much about student loans. Maybe there'll be some programs coming up where they'll help pay for some college. Maybe there'll be community colleges you could attend for free potentially to at least get some coursework out of the way, if not all. So, maybe cost won't be much of an issue. So that, hopefully. And then once you graduate, I think pretty much all colleges have job assistants, or job placement assistants, I guess it would be called, to help you find a job once you graduate. And those services are usually not really time bound. So, even, if you have a job right away, but then like 2 years later you're looking for one, usually you could go back to that college and they'll still help you out, because since you're alumni. But then in comes kind of the big con, is that even if you do rise to the highest level of chef, you're still not going to get paid that well. Like, if you went into a different major, granted, if you go into something that isn't super business focused, like, ancient Greek literature or something, you're probably going to get a very good paying job, if any job, directly from that. So, I guess at least you should be able to work in your field, at the very least. But still, you're not going to get, like, a lot of money. Like, you'll probably be able to get by. But if you have a lot of student loans, it's going to be a struggle, for sure. Of course, the exact amount you would get paid would vary based on where you are. If you're in the middle of Kansas, you're not going to get paid the same amount as you would, like, in New York City. Of course, if you're in the middle of Kansas, you probably have a better time finding a job than in New York City. If you guys have any other questions, please put them down in the comments below. If you found any value in this video, please like it, share it with a friend, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.